what would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to back to back. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Houston Oilers. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
First down, Kaiser. That one into the hands of Kane. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Joe Mixon. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And it's 3rd down.
And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout call. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Kaiser on 3rd and 2. This one hauled in by Sample. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Set. 280. Check 45 to Mike. All right, T, let's go. All right, T. He's coming up.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 1 yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Back to throw, Stafford. And he's got his man Hilton. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
250. You ain't going nowhere. Check nickel. Hey, 70. Undercut.
Now they run from the gun with Gordon. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
57 to Mike. Double dog. That's the way. Jam. Hey, 22. Check 49. Check. Middle. Check.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. It's his running back, Melvin Gordon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
Here's Stafford. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Following the interception, Kaiser. Dorsett's got it. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
First down marker at the 31. It's third down. From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
At their own 15-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Set. 180. You ain't got nothing. Hey.
To throw on 3rd down, Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Intended for Mark Williams. Incomplete.
Here's Tyler Newsome now. He'll take it at the 42. We're scoreless after one. A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Let's get it together, defense.
The toss play to Mixon. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
You must be getting tired of
On 2nd and 9, Kaiser. That's complete to John Ross. And he's got this down to the 35. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
First down, Cincinnati.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll throw here. Kaiser. That's complete to the tight end Sample. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Kaiser on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Kaiser. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it's 3rd down.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. And Bullock will put this one through. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the 2nd quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Check. Easy alert.
They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. He's got it to Hilton. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston 1st down.
Zebra.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Check. 32. Crouch.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Championship, baby. Check 45 to Mike. Check 45. 32.
Now it's Stafford. Got an open man. It's QT. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 26. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Check 4.
Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. Complete. Hunter Henry with the ground. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. They're back at the 8 now. Third and goal. The shotgun snap for Stafford. Complete to Hilton. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. T.Y. Hilton. His 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys have taken the lead. That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but, hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Jatavis Brown there on the tackle.
Brings up second and 7 at the 28-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. To throw, Kaiser. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. On third down, Kaiser. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 21 yards there on third down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
57's Mike. Mike 57. Check tight end. Check tight. Check tight.
Kaiser now from the 50. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on second and 13. Out of the gun, Stafford. Open man is QT, complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
I'm going to come back to you. Hey. Easy, alert!
On third down, Stafford looks to throw, fires right side, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. So they bring out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
Let's go!
The Bengals drive about to get going. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Nixon. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. He's going to have the first down past the 20. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters, as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
A gain of 3, second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Set. Blue 60. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball.
Here's Eckler.
He's checking.
Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, put a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time. Forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away.
So they wound up passing on a long field goal try, but that works out for them really well. That one's down inside the 5-yard line.
And it's risky because your punter, if he puts it in the end zone, the net result not worth it, but there, I think worth it.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
First down, Cincinnati.
So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17.
What we got? Wall, get wall. No.
They'll run with Mixon. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Check 24. Check 24. Kill. Check 37.
And to give this time to the tailback. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Under 10. 10. Say. Sponge. No.
On the run, it's Mixon. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Ready. Hey, hold on. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check. Hey, alert 3. Shift.
Back to Mixon on first down. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week, picking up where he left off. They'll try to throw here. Kaiser. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they look to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And this is taken in at the 5. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. John Ross, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. On for the point after is Randy Bullock. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Makes the score Bengals 10, Pointers 7. Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, You got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
On second and very short, Stafford. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. This is Gordon. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Now Stafford sets up the screen to Gordon. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be a third and about 13.
Hey, set. 280. Get him. 11. Switch.
Operating from the gun. Stafford, he'll rifle this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 12-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone. And with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And this results in 6. Touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. 57's Mike. Mike 57. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hey, check Mike 57. 57. Get your swarm on. Out.
Back to it after the pick six. Kaiser. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there.
A loss of 9 yards. It's second down.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Check 12.
Here's Kaiser. Joey Bosa in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22 and a half set in 2001. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day. Check 52, check.
From the gun, Kaiser. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. Oh, he slipped right by him. 51 yards on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Boy, tight game like this, fourth quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. First and 10. Here's Stafford. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with, but it's second down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, second and 10.
Watch tight, tight ends right. Watch tight, tight ends right. Hey, we are. Let's go. Got 4 down, 4 down. Max 57.
Throwing again. Kaiser. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out. But you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Here's Sam Cook now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Stafford. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice. Able to get a hand in and tip it away.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10.
Ready? Here we go. Omaha, ready, move. SOS. Hey, Charlie. SOS. Hey, check. Hey, easy. Come on.
Here's Stafford. He's got his man. It's Williams. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
This pass finds its way to Williams. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Stafford now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
General West.
From the red zone now, Stafford finding Williams once more, complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
On the give, this is Eckler. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run here with Eckler. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold them to 3 to keep this a 1-score game. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Hatchet. Check. Lucky. Hey. Motion out of the backfield. 45. Mike, 45. Hey, let's get in them holes.
Now a toss play to Eckler. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
And middle. 45 to Mike. Hey, Alpha. Target. Hey, check Mike. 7. Check Mike 45. 40 got. Watch the eye.
From the gun, Stafford. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Hunter Henry, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, he might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Kaiser now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Kaiser. And his throw's going to be incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. But now it'll be 3rd down. And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 11. Again, it's Kaiser. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Kaiser on 4th down. Going deep downfield for Ross. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
He's coming. Omaha, ready to move. 32.
To throw is Stafford. Looking deep for Hilton. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Joey Bosa in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They'll throw here. Kaiser. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Derwin James with a pick. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Nowhere to his escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. So we race the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Here I come again.
50-50.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard. That's where they spot it. The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
57. Mike.
Kaiser now. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Partner, they're less than 2 minutes to go in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellas in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. To throw is Kaiser. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin.